Okay, so I'm going to be choosing one hand as my receiving hand, and our first point is going to be right below the tip of the thumb. So this is my thumb. Okay, here is the tip of the thumb, and right below that there's a point. So you will wrap your fingers of the other hand around this thumb like this, and then apply steady pressure on the point for 15 seconds. So our next point is going to be right below the first crease of our thumb. Now this is the thumb, this is the first crease. When you touch this part, you will notice that there's a joint. Now right below this crease is your second point. If you press over here, you will notice the end of the second joint. So again, it's easier to apply pressure with your thumb downwards. Wrap your fingers around the thumb like this and apply pressure. So our thumb has a spiral, and our third point is going to be right at the center of that spiral. So this is where the center of my spiral is, but it's not necessary for it to be right at the center of your thumb. Now again, wrap your fingers around your thumb like this and apply pressure. So our fourth point is going to be right between the first and the second joint of the thumb. So this is the thumb, this is the first joint, this is the second joint, and this is your point. So again, it's better to do it downwards. Wrap the fingers around your thumb like this and apply steady pressure. On the second bone of the thumb, right in the middle, we'll feel a dip. So this is our point that we press for 15 seconds. So for our next point, when you join the thumb and the little finger like this, you will see that there's a mount over here. So our point is going to be on the mount. Now this is the thumb joint, the second joint of the thumb, and this is your wrist joint. Our point will be in between these two joints. You need to press around a little bit to see which one point is very sore. For me, it's this point. So I'll press it for 15 minutes and let my hand relax. Our next point is actually going to be 4 points, and it is going to be on this line where the fair part of the skin and the dark part of the skin meet. So we will begin from here. Press this point for 15 seconds. Leave some space and the next point will be here. Again press this for 15 seconds. Our next point is here. Press it for 15 seconds. And then one more point over here. Make sure that it's on the line. Okay, so for our next point, we'll keep our hand on our lap. Now can you see your wrist? When you bend your wrist, there'll be a crease. There's a fold. You can even place your pen over here. Now right below this fold will be your point. So this is your fold, okay? This is the point. Now you press this point and apply steady pressure. So it's just below the fold and don't get stuck in it, right? Our next point is going to be in between these two bones. So now when you fold your wrist like this, you can see the wrist crease, right? The second wrist crease. You need to place your fingers right below this wrist crease like this. It's on the thumb side. So you place it like this. Now your third finger, which is your ring finger, our point will be exactly in line with it. So this is where your point will be, in line with the ring finger and right in between those two bones. And you press here for 15 seconds. When we join our thumb and little finger like this, we see that there's this curve. So right where this curve starts over here, this is our reference point. And just one finger above that will be the point we need to press for 15 seconds. So our last point was over here. Now just one finger diagonal towards the little finger will be our next point. You need to rotate your thumb a little bit and you'll find one point which is slightly sore. So that will be your point which you need to press for 15 seconds. For this point we need to first make a loose fist. So keep your finger over here and wrap the rest of your fingers around it. And you can see the small tuck out over here. Press this part, open the rest of your fingers and press this point for 15 seconds. Our next point is where the index finger meets the palm. So make a loose fist. For that, keep a finger like this and close the rest of the fingers. So this is your index finger. This is where it meets the palm. Press this point for 15 seconds. Okay, so our next point is going to be between the middle finger and the index finger. So drag your thumb like this. You will see that there's a V shape. Right where this V shape collapses will be your point. My point is over here. So press it for 15 seconds and leave. Our next point is going to be just at the center of the palm. So this is the center. Here will be your point and you'll press it for 15 seconds. When you bend your little finger, you'll notice this crease, right? So just below the crease, you place two fingers. At this second finger, you need to stop and then take one step downwards and one step towards the inside, like an L. This will be your point and press it for 15 seconds.